What's up, campers? So, I'll show you what I've done so far. So, I'm on Founders Forge 4X by Freedom Modding Crew. They got it's a pretty good map. They got the Wisconsin map and some trucks and some other things. Anyway. So I found on fs25.net, I get a lot of mods on there. ZCA Trains it's got a couple engines and a bunch of cars. The modder is Z. I'm gonna spell this ZCAA Lock LOC. Zcaalock. Anyway. I decided I wanted to do a little more, add to the Montana adventure. So I looked at Founders Forge, and it's hilly, kind of not mountainous but hilly. So I'm still having issues with Giants headers or whatever for training, but I wanted a train I could run, and ZCA Trains can be run just like a vehicle. So yeah. So as you can see, it's taking some train editing. The one thing about the tracks are there is no going up and down terrain. There's a 5% track that you can go up and down. So I started over here. I'll pop over here in the PDA here in a second when I get over here to the end. So this is where my tunnel was going to be. I was trying to do a tunnel outside of Giants Editor. I just couldn't get anything to cover the top of the tunnel with dirt, so it kind of sucked. As you can see, some of the trees are hanging in the air. Whoa, I'm going to hit the end. Here we go. Alright, so PDA. So this is what it looks like. There is nothing on it except for a John Deere store with the store thing on it. So we'll do a fly over here. Come on, flight mode. So you can kind of get a view of what this thing looks like. A lot of timber, but it's got a lot of kind of what I would call mountainous step area. You know, I mean, he did a good job with this, or they. You know, I mean, they got creases where waters run. You know, I mean, they did a good job with this. It's got two roads that go across, basically from corner, not quite corner to corner, but from the right corner to just left center, and then from right lower left to kind of right left middle, cross in the middle. These two areas right here where 151 is, you can see those two spots there. That's where the one's empty and the other one's where the store is. Anyway, so I put the train in. I'm going to come around. I'm going to redo the road there, but I'm going to put a little rail yard in over here. There's the store. As you can see, it It's kind of, you know, it's kind of a typical Miami, Montana, Wyoming terrain. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not gonna completely fly around the map, but you know, you get the gist of what the map looks like. So I'm gonna put a little town in here. I'm gonna put some fields in, a couple farms, and we're gonna add that to our Montana Adventures series. Instead of flying, I'm just gonna go over here and enter. Trim flight mode off. So, I mean, you can see the train doesn't have a whole lot in terms, you know, of detail inside, but it's kind of cool. I mean, you look out back. If I go a different camera angle, I'm sticking my head out the side. Got my head out the head and arm out the window here. So yeah, so the tracks lay down, they will level themselves, level the train for the most part until the train gets too deep, as you can see up ahead here. I'll slow down. Upward grade coming up. And I'll show you these tracks here shortly. And I derailed, so yep, those tracks, I'm about to fix that. Alright, well, so yeah, to get it back on tracks, you gotta lift it. It can get kind of persnickety. There we go. So, yep. This is going to be a pain. But, this was my first attempt, so now I know what I'm doing. So all the... frickin' I got that damn... store time on. Alright, so... I'll show you the trains. So, it puts it in a category trains. So there are 3 locomotives. There's a little electric kind of, I don't know what you call it, rail yard type of train. This is the train. This is another train. Nothing fancy about it. No logos. And this train I'm using now, the Amtrak. Again, nothing fancy about these locomotives. On the train cars, they got a log cart, flatbed, tanker cart, tow cart, wood. God damn it. Wood chips cart. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. You know, this holds water, fertilizer, herbicide, diesel, wood. You know, it says wood chips cart, but as you can see, it holds everything. So it also holds all the crops. So, and more. So yeah. The flatbed, you know, of course it's flatbed, so pallets. The logs, of course we got the logs in it. This is what the tanker cart looks like. So fuel. We got water, you know, some warning signs on it. So that's kind of cool. So the tracks themselves, though, are in construction, and they are in. Oh, I go to decorations, and they put them. They're in decorations in their own. There's the turn radius tracks, so they got various tights and turns, and then they got train station, which I haven't mucked with yet. Some bridge pieces, some switch left, a curve, right curve, an end, and then some shorter. I'm not sure what these retractable tracks are, but they are short pieces that you can fit in. But here's the slopes. So there's a curved slope. It says curve, so but so, oops. And then to delete it, you gotta hit the B. It says curve, but I'm not seeing how you curve it. I haven't mucked with that yet, so. Well, come on. And then there's this is the one I've been using. So there's my dude. Alright, so I've got to take that out. And what I discovered, so I'm going to take a lot of this out. Crap. So what I've discovered, the best way to slope tracks is to use a sloping tool. Make it thicker wide. See if that will work. Just gonna jack it up. Yeah. Let's start all over again. We got one continuous slope out of this. There. I think maybe we can smooth this out and it will work. Alright, so let's get rid of this track. Yep. Alright, so let's see if this works. And kind of gotta overtrain a little bit so you can see the tracks. Find the end of that thing. Alright, there it is. Alright, so let's go back here, here. What I've been doing is going back a few rails, and you got to get it so it lines up, and now it's going to be too steep. So, oh, there's the end of my rail. Let's see, let's smooth this out a little bit. out. Let's see if that works. As you can see, getting it lined up is kind of a pain. There we go. Filler in there. Lower that on the side. Fill that back up in the middle. It looks like that might work. Alright, let's take a look. Let's give her a shot here. Let's see. Alright. Too much of a dip. Too much of a dip. So let's go like this. Short section in there. Flattening failed. I didn't like the flattening. Let's see. What do I need to do? Raise that up a little bit, maybe. Let's see if that works. There we go. Alright, so... No, go off the track. Let's try that. Oh, we're saving. Saving! Oh yeah. The other pain of it, I've had to buy little plots of ground because sometimes it won't let me place a track, so we'll see. We'll see if that works. That might be too steep. And yeah, all right. That ain't gonna work. Best to go in small increments, and it looks like my end's off. Jack that up. Let's do this. Make another straight section. Lightning pin. So don't like that. Success. That's not what I wanted. More success. Slope this from here. Oh, it's here to here. Nope. Track time. I don't know if that will work or not, but we'll give it a shot. A little bumpy right there. Come on, go forward. Alright, so let's fix this. Let's stop right there. We might as well go ahead and delete this one because it's all going to be jacked up. Alright, let's see what we can work with here. That's pretty smooth. Let's do this. There to there. Alright. Well, campers, we're going to play around with this a little bit more. I'll do another video when we get it all finished. And then I'll surprise you with how we implement it in with the Montana Adventures series. See you later. Thanks for watching.